Okay, so when you raise your awareness, when you become more conscious as a person, you will kind of clearly start to notice when you're around in the world, in your surroundings, that there's going to be opportunities for you to be a helping hand to other people, to people you meet. So I'm gonna share a little story that happened for maybe, I think it's a week ago now. So me and my best friend, we were in 1 week in Greece. We went to Mykonos and Crete. And then on our way back to Sweden, we middle landed in Germany, in Düsseldorf. And so we went on a plane there, and I saw that I was gonna sit in the middle, and into the window there was a woman sitting there when we got into the plane. I could see that she was like in her mid-20s. She was actually holding a little doll in her hand. So I thought it was a little weird, to be honest, at first. I didn't speak to her immediately, but when we started to take off, I could clearly see that she got a little emotional. She started to, like tears coming from her eyes, and I could see that she was affected by something. And so I told my friend that, okay, we gotta do something. So I started to talk a little bit about to her, like asking a few questions, like, has something happened to you in the past with the airplanes that makes you feel this way, or what is it? Because I felt like in that situation, she apparently needed someone to be there for her. So I started talking a little bit with her, and she told me that many years ago, when she was flying, she was going in the air when it was a very heavy storm, a lot of rain and wind, and so she had some bad experience about that. So it wasn't more serious than that. But I know there's a lot of people who had this kind of experience when it comes to plane. So I told her, like, just to calm her down, that I experienced the same thing. I went one time from Singapore back home, and I was going through a shit storm, like dark as hell, and raining and lightning and thunder and everything. So just wanted to calm her down a little bit. And she used to also travel with her husband and her kid. So that's why, that was the reason why she brought a doll, because that was kind of like comforting for her. And I got it. So that kind of explain it. We started talking a little bit more. After a while, because it was funny, because I was reading a book, and I brought out the book and I showed it to her, and I wanted to show the book to her because the book is called Letting Go by David R. Hawkins, and he talks about letting go of a lot of feelings that we have inside of us, and in this case it's fear. So I mentioned her in one of the chapters that I just read was fear, letting go of fears and things that are holding us back. And it's funny because she actually was familiar with him. She had read some books from him. So we started talking a little bit more, and after we had spoken maybe for 10 minutes, she was very calm. She was like very happy. She was smiling and laughing. And I told her that, did you see what just happened now? Because prior to this conversation, you were like having tears in your eyes, you were crying, you were very emotional. And now all of a sudden, just because we talked a little bit and I made you more calm, you're feeling happy now. But nothing has changed from outside yourself. Everything's just the same. The weather was perfect. It was blue sky, sun, and it was calm weather. So it was nothing weird in that sense. So I told her, just observe this, what happens now, that this behavior, this kind of feeling, emotions that you have only produced that for yourself. Everything that you have felt now, all the hormones that your body has produced, stress hormones, is what you have caused yourself. Nothing outside. Everything is just the same. So I just wanted to, and she really understood what I mean, and we started actually to talking even more. So I think we talked for maybe over an hour for the whole trip actually. Turned out we had a lot in common. She was very aware of things. You can say that. She was from Kurdistan, so she told me that they are very more, like their upbringing is a lot more, they get a lot more connected to the nature when they are young, and you can say that they get more into spirituality when they are young than, like, from their upbringing, than if you compare it to us who lives in the Western world. So we had an amazing conversation, and we talked a lot about different things. And then it turned out that she was going to Sweden to visit her parents, who have been living here for 5 years. And so she lived in in Germany now with her husband. And it was also kind of funny. I wanted to take this up as well, but so I asked her like, okay, so you said they are leaving Sweden now after 5 years. How come that is? And she said that now they can't, for the government they have to leave now because they're like the visiting time or the time they've been here has expired. And I asked her like, okay, so are they like sad now that they're leaving, going back to Kurdistan? And she was she was like, no, they're actually very happy that they're leaving because they never really liked it here. And we started talking more, and she kind of explained why that was. And I already know this because I talked to many people who have been here, and it's not just this country. She said it's kind of the same in Germany, and I know it is. That a lot of people here, they are very. First of all, the people here are very friendly, but a lot of people are very close-minded. It's hard to get to know them. It's hard to get to know people in this culture because I think, first of all, the climate has made its part, and also the way how the society has been and how it has programmed us to be very kind of weak. You know, we have never had any wars here, and we always had it pretty good. So I think it's just made us very emotionally weak, like in all aspects, to be honest. And she also said, and this is something that I actually brought up in one of my early videos, that people here in the Western world, they are more living for working. Like working here is kind of their life. Without this, they are very lost. They don't really know what to do. They're kind of like, even when they have vacation, 4-week vacation, the last week they are like ants running around their feet because they don't know what to do. They are so restless. They just need to do something. And that's why they are happy coming back to their work, which they don't even like. And then they can start complaining again. But this is the problem. Like she said that, like I also noticed in Mexico when I was there, like people, they have a different view of life. They are more working for living. They're working because they want to have get the money in, of course, but then they're living a life. They're enjoying the moments. They're hanging around with friends and families. They're having parties and going out in the nature. They're just enjoying life more. And I think here we are very much, a lot of people here are inside all the time. They're stuck inside, especially in the winter time, but even in the summertime. Where I live here, so many people just staying inside all the time. No one is out, not even in the garden, not even in the balcony. I barely see anyone sitting here on the balconies, you know. So everyone is like so, I don't know, it's kind of weird, to be honest. And I think that's what she meant, that they have had a hard time to really get to know people and to really connect with the culture, I think. So, and I think it's kind of sad. And that's one thing I also noticed when you become more aware of a lot of things, that those are the things that we miss out on, like the small, beautiful things that we can experience during every day. We can do them without having vacation and on the weekends, but it's very hard. And so I think that's the main reason why they don't really like it here, and I can really understand it. And but anyhow, we had an amazing conversation. We talked a lot about traveling, we talked about cultures, and we even talked about animals, dogs and stuff, and some spirituality. She was very aware of a lot of things, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. And that's why I always say to people also that always when you are like on these kind of situations, traveling or you're doing things, which is a lot easier, is to connect with people. Open up a conversation, because you never know what it's going to lead to. So we exchanged contacts with each other. I got her Instagram, she got mine, and she replied to us the day after, and she thanked us very much that we was a helping hand for her, that she could make her feel better during that emotional time for her. And I just think it's very important, and it's so easy. Like, life becomes so much more fun when we can just open a dialogue with anyone. You never know what you're gonna end up, what that encounter is gonna end up being. I'm not sure what this is gonna end up in the future, but maybe a great friend or something. Who knows? So, and I've experienced this many times, especially when I've been away traveling. You know, it's that's the easiest time to connect with people and to get to know them. And nowadays, when we have social media, that's one of the really good things with social media, that we can connect so easily, and we can get a better understanding of each other as well. So not everything's bad. So why I make this video is because I want you to understand that when you're raising your awareness, you become more aware of your surroundings. There's gonna come up opportunities for you to help people. There's gonna come up opportunities for you to be a guiding hand for a lot of people. And I think it's very important that we take care of that opportunity and really be there for them, because it means so much, you know. I think this is something that I noticed in myself, that when you released a lot of the blockages that you have had, like your energy is flowing better, you're feeling overall better with yourself, you just want to do more good deeds in your life. You want to be more of first of all, a good example, but you also want to show other people with an example that this is how I want people to treat me, that's why I'm going to treat them like this. I mean, we can just make such a big difference. Just like making eye contact with people, saying hi, being friendly, you know, and just doing small gestures. I mean, it's not, we don't have to do more than that, you know. It's like it can make a huge impact on a person's day and life as well. So if we can just have that in mind when we go by our day, I think we're gonna make so much more impact in people's life than we can even imagine. Yeah, so just wanted to share a little short story with you there. Nothing special, but I felt like it was a good timing, because I recently have been going through a lot of these stuff myself, to releasing a lot of heavy emotions that I've been stuck and letting go of them. So, but I can also, now when we're at it, recommend this book actually. So it's a book recommendation video as well, Letting Go by David R. Hawkins. And the man is dead now. He died in 2012, I think. He was about 18, 19 or something. He has written a lot of great books. I have 2 in my apartment here, but I'm gonna get a few more. He has a very, very good understanding of the ego and the self, the persona, and the higher self, I could say. And he has a very good understanding of that we're just the observers, or like our higher awareness are the observers of our life, and the body's just a vehicle. So I think if you buy this book and you're really studying it, it's gonna help you a lot on your journey. Because I think that on this journey, when we really want to heal, maybe it sounds a little silly because a lot of people use that word, but I mean, what other words can we use? That explains what we're doing, you know. That's what the shadow work is. That's what going inside yourself is. And I think we need someone to help us. It could be a mentor, which I highly recommend you have, and also some great books that can guide it, that you can go back and forth and take notes and stuff, so that you don't have to make all the mistakes yourself. I think a lot of the times it's good when we can skip the most crucial ones. We're gonna learn from them anyway, so I think that's always gonna make a huge difference. So I can highly recommend that book. He's the guy who is behind like this consciousness map. You've probably seen it. It goes from apathy and grief and fear, those low vibrational emotions, up to the highest, which is peace, love, enlightenment. I can really recommend that one. I think you should buy it. You will not regret it for sure. So yeah, let me know what you thought about the video. Let me know if you know another good book that you can recommend, and or maybe you have helped someone as well in the past week or something. Let me know, and we talk soon. Take care now. Bye.